This is going to be an introduction to the psf-slp wallet. This is a command line wallet that allows you to create tokens and manage tokens, both fungible and NFT. So in this first video, I'm going to show how to install it and how to create the most simplest fungible token. So here are the steps. I'm using VirtualBox. I have a brand new installation of Ubuntu 20. So that's what I'll be using, just to simulate what you'll be experiencing as like using a brand new computer for the first time and installing it for the first time. So I have no pre-installed software. So let me SSH into that virtual machine. And this will also work on Windows. I've tested on Windows. It should also work on Mac. But what you're going to want to do is get into a terminal. So if you're like on most of these platforms, a lot of developers use VS Code. And so you'll use the terminal in VS Code, or in Windows, you might use PowerShell. But whatever you use, you want to install Node.js. I'm using Node.js version 20.9, which is a little old, but not too old, and npm 10.8.2. In fact, let me move this up here. Okay, so I'm in the computer, and let's go to the work directory. It's empty because I don't have anything. It's a brand new computer. So let's clone the repository. That repository, just moving my window here. That repository is under the Permissionless Software Foundation on GitHub, and we actually have it pinned right here, psf-slp-wallet. So you can click and copy that URL, go back to your terminal, and run git clone psf-slp-wallet. And then you can get into the wallet and install the dependencies with npm install. So that covers step one, clone the repo, and now we're on step two, install the dependencies. Once your dependencies have been installed, you can run the software like this, node, and then psf-slp-wallet.js, and then -- help will give you a list of all the commands available in the command line wallet. So these are all the commands that we can use. So step three is create a wallet. So if I go wallet list, we'll see that I currently have no wallets because this is a brand new install. So I'll go wallet create, and I'll do -- help to bring up the commands. So I'll give it a name, test one, and a description, test wallet one. So now if I rerun the wallet list command, we'll see that I have one wallet. And now I can get the addresses for this wallet with this command. So this will give me, these are all the same address. They're just different encodings. So this one starts with Bitcoin Cash, which is what we'll use to send Bitcoin Cash. Simple Ledger, which is what you use for sending tokens to token-aware wallets. And then the old legacy address, which you should never use unless you absolutely have to and you know what you're doing. So we're going to use this Bitcoin Cash address to send a little bit of money, because you do need to have a little bit of Bitcoin Cash in order to create a token. And by a little bit, I mean like a few pennies. So I'm going to send 10 cents to this address in Bitcoin Cash. So 1/10 of a dollar. And I'm going to be using this web wallet for this video. It's wallet.psfoundation.info. And you can bring it up in your web browser, and it'll automatically create a wallet for you. So now, so I had Bitcoin Cash in that wallet. That's what I'm using to fund this wallet. You'll need some way to fund this wallet. And then you're also going to need a token-aware wallet to send the tokens to. You can leave them in here if you want. This is a token-aware wallet. The web wallet is also a token-aware wallet. So now if I go wallet balances, I can check I guess singular balance. I can check the balance for this wallet. And there is our 10 cents of Bitcoin Cash, and we have no tokens. So we have funded the wallet. That's step 4. And now we can create a token. So let's bring up that menu. There's 3 different types of SLP tokens. There's fungible tokens, group tokens, and NFTs. I'm just going to focus on the fungible tokens for this video. So if we go give the command with dash dash help, we can see the arguments. And so I'm just going to create a wallet or create a token. So I'm going to use my test1 wallet to fund the creation of the token. I'm going to give the token a name of test1, and I'm also going to give it a ticker name of test1. And I'm going to give it 2 decimals. So this is similar to like dollars, how there's 2 decimal points. It's the number of integers after the decimal point. So in the case of like a dollar would be 1.00. The .00 are these 2 decimals, representing cents in the case of dollars. It's just a matter of how divisible is your token. 2 is a common number. 8 is also a common number. That's what's used by Bitcoin. And I don't know what the upper limit is off the top of my head, but it really is stupid to make it more than 8, in my opinion. And 2 is more than enough for most use cases. And 0 is fine too. That makes whole tokens that are non-divisible. That's really common for a lot of use cases. I'm going to go ahead and create 100 tokens to begin with. And so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the token is created, and we can click that link and show it on the Token Explorer. So you can see our token. This is called the Genesis data. This is the data that's actually on the blockchain. It doesn't have an icon because it doesn't have mutable data. I'll cover that in future videos. That's what really makes these tokens powerful, by being able to attach data that can change over time to a token. And you can also attach data that is immutable, which means it cannot change over time. It's fixed when you create the token. And I'll cover that in future videos. So the token's created, and if I check my balances again, we'll see the token come up. So I've got 100 of these test tokens, and I still have most of my Bitcoin Cash left. This only took a fraction of a penny to create. Okay, so I want to send the token to someone, like in this case, my web wallet, because that's just easier to work with the graphical user interface. So if I go back to my web wallet and I'm on the BCH menu page, down here, it displays the address by default in Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to click this little toggle to switch into simple ledger mode. And like I said, it's the same address, different encoding. But the reason we want to use the simple ledger prefix is because that ensures that you're sending it to a token-aware wallet. Wallets that don't work with SLP tokens will not be able to give you this format of the address. And that's how you know that you should not send tokens to that wallet, because they will be destroyed. So that's an important caveat with these tokens. You have to use a token-aware wallet, like wallet.psfoundation.info. Okay, so let's send the token to the web wallet. Again, if we do the dash dash help, we'll see that there's a send tokens command. So the name of the wallet is test1. The address I want to send to is my web wallet. So let's paste that in here. And I made 100 tokens, so let's just send them all to the web wallet, and that way we can send them to our friends really easily. The token ID is right here when you check your balance. This is the thing that uniquely identifies each token. Anybody can make a token that is exactly the same as the token, another token. except for the token ID. That's the one thing that is always unique for every token. Okay, so let's go ahead and send this. And before that sends, I'm just going to show my token balance. I already have these 6 different tokens in here, or 7. I have this. This is a previous test, so ignore this. We're going to see this come back. So we'll end up with 2 tokens that say test 1. Sorry for the confusion there. Okay, so it's sent. I can click this link if I want to see the transaction on the Block Explorer. But I'm going to go ahead and update my balance, and we'll see an 8th token appear here with a quantity of 100. Okay, there's our new token with 100 tokens inside of it. And if I wanted to send it to a friend, send a token to a friend, I'd click send, put their simple ledger address in here. You can also use Bitcoin Cash if you have to, but again, remember, if their wallet's not token aware, it'll burn the token. And then the quantity of tokens that I want to send out, 1, 10, whatever I want to do. And because we use decimals, we can send like, you know, 0.2 or 0.01 because there's 2 decimals. So that's how you create a token in psf-slp-wallet and then send it to another wallet. And then from there, you can distribute it to other people. And in future videos, I'll cover how to create the token with mutable data and token icons, and I'll also show how to create NFTs.